This next story is called Frog Girl. Behind a certain village lay a lake full of frogs. The chief's youngest daughter often went there alone to listen to their songs. But today as she approached, she heard no singing. She heard human voices instead. "Quick, let's go. We have them all," said one. "Now we are great hunters too," boasted the other. When the boys had left, she walked toward the lake, listening. At first all seemed quiet and still. Then close by a small voice said, "Sister, I'm calling you." "Who said that?" asked the girl, for she could see no one. "Here, I'm here." The chief's daughter looked down to find a small frog in the tall grass. "Oh my, how is it that you use human speech?" asked the girl. "I will show you. Follow me to the shore of the lake," said the frog. The girl did so, and suddenly it appeared as if a low door had opened before her, but actually the edge of the lake had lifted up. She walked under. At once she found herself in a large deserted village. A young woman was standing at her side. "You see, we live as you do," she said. "But where are the people of your village?" asked the girl. "That is what grandmother wishes to ask you. That is her house behind. Come, this blanket is for you. We shall see her now." The house was bigger and more beautiful than any she had ever seen. Inside, the floor rumbled, and it was very hot. At the back sat a small and very old woman. She spoke, saying, "Granddaughter, I am alone. My children have been taken, and I no longer have their song to comfort me." "Do you know where my children are?" asked the old woman. "No, grandmother, but I have seen 2 boys with nets and baskets at the lake," answered the chief's daughter. At this, the old woman began to cry. "Oh, my children! Where have they taken my children?" The fire grew hotter, and the house began to shake. "Quick!" sister exclaimed. "The young woman, you must return to your village, I fear. Something terrible is about to happen." "But how?" asked the girl. "Close your eyes and think of the lake only. Do not think of this place." The girl did so. And suddenly there she was on the shore of the lake again. But it was no longer still and quiet as before. Black smoke filled the air and thunder roared in the distance. Alarmed, the chief's daughter ran through the forest, back to her own village. But there was no one there. The volcano was erupting, and the forest was on fire. Her village would soon be destroyed. The girl called into each house for anyone who might have stayed behind. No one answered until she got to the last house at the end of the row. But the voices weren't human. They were the voices of frogs instead, coming from a box in the corner. "Oh, my relatives, come. I'll take you home to your grandmother," cried the chief's daughter. Eagerly, the frogs slipped beneath the surface of the lake. "Farewell, my sisters and brothers. I must look for my own family now," said the chief's daughter. "Remember, go to your grandmother." The girl returned to her village as heavy rain began to fall. Many canoes were landing on the beach. Her people were returning now that the rain had put out the fires. "Father, mother, I'm here," she shouted as she ran to meet them. "Daughter, where have you been? What has happened here?" asked the chief. The girl told her story of the frog village, the old woman whose house shook with fire and smoke, and the capture of her children. "You see," she finished, "they're our sisters and brothers. We should treat them so." But it was becoming difficult to hear her. The frogs were singing again. Habu.